AMC good news, smashing records, shorts need money, and more are covered in today's video. First, we examine this. More positive AMC news should follow. Allow stock price decline. We'll get richer buying more before the stock reverses to the moon. Q4 movie income, attendance concessions, and retail sales share approval, bringing Mo's. Talk about this. First, we know we have a good Q4 outlook. So many movies are arriving at a time when AMC has enjoyed record attendance, improved infrastructure. This will assist them. You know, Adam's words show his excitement. Wow, 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 wow. Rotten Tomatoes rates Wicked for good 97%. This will spread globally. Get a seat before they're gone. As mentioned, numerous movies are coming out. These movies will do well, including Wicked for Good. Last year, domestic U.S. box office statistics for November were practically identical. November ended with $900 million for Evil Movie. Good, Wicked, and Zootopia 2 are here. It will likely surpass $1 billion and be the best November ever. AMC has already shown record EBITDA. We'll also look at record box office months. In times like this, with how efficient AMC has made their structure and business, if November crosses $1 billion and more movies come out, increasing the box office, you can see how well AMC will do. Going back to what we said, excellent AMC news is inevitable. As with everything we've seen, AMC's performance will be seen. This shows why shorts are scared and why we know the box office will do well when the industry grows. Daily reminder, assess the industry, not this AMC bunk pricing. So this is easy. First, Cineark and IMAX are already benefiting from this. As stated, we'll likely see record box office. Looking at good upcoming films, it's no surprise that movie stocks are performing well. AMC is red now. A very small proportion, 99% of you will know this is due to suppression and manipulation. Maybe that 0.1% thinks that if AMC is red despite record box office, they're doing awful. We already knew that wasn't true. This compares institutional-owned Cineark against retail-owned AMC. Remember that the film industry will thrive. Not just me stating it. We have evidence to prove it. AMC already has greater revenue than cinema, as seen in previous comparisons. You'll notice profits as AMC improves their business structure even more. However, it's about how AMC captivates more. If the box office grows, you can see how big and well AMC will expand. Another reason AMC isn't bleak, despite its competitors, is its 4-centet motion all day. The explanation is that we're looking at masked dark pool 80% of exchange used. The reason AMC isn't moving when its competitors are when there's positive news is because they're disguising the sale and by volume. The sell volume refers to Genius Group's latest statements. This has always been discussed. In the off-exchange, many of these orders are purchase orders. We know these buy orders don't affect AMC. However, Genius Group's lawsuit states that the dark pool hides both buy and sell orders to reduce bullish volume. So they stack a lot of short orders in the dark pool so it doesn't display, then unleash it all one day to affect the market. Institutions use this, according to Junior's Group. When you see a dark pool like this, you understand sometimes the off-exchange is 60% instead of 80%. Even while 60% is still above industry high, they may have offloaded these short sales to make it look like everyone is selling AMC to lower the price. Dark pool's increased utilization is again the main reason we're not seeing price increases like our competitors. GME is another example. Don't be duped. No, GME does not sell crab. GameStop kohrs' most profitable year ever. There have been countless cases. Due to their past actions, AMC and GME are no longer meme stocks. AMC and GME would have gone bankrupt a few years ago if people think they're meme stocks. They'd be unavailable. Nobody would mention them. However, AMC has improved fundamentals, corporate structures, and investments that have paid off. These examples depict a robust, working company. The important thing is that AMC is improving as they develop. This must be noted by all. GME is another. Discuss this. The differences between AMC and GME are significant. AMC has improved their business structure, while GME is still starting. However, they have billions of dollars of capital to undertake significant infrastructure expenditures if needed. Both companies are successful. This quarter, we'll examine how GameStop and AMC can illustrate that. AMC and GME should release good figures in Q4, making it very intriguing. However, banks for short sellers are in a different situation. AMC is expanding despite these institution suppression. They use what they can from the market. We discussed yesterday how the Fed's reverse repo goes below $1 billion for the first time since 2021. This is crucial because the reverse repo was at January 2nd, $2.55 trillion yesterday, and dropped below $1 billion, highlighting the market's liquidity issue. Today's reverse report shows 1.129, above $1 billion. It's not clearly a problem. This doesn't mean short sellers are returning. As mentioned, the reverse repo rarely bounces up and down. Not a problem at 1.12 billion. Because this market is substantially larger than 1.1 billion, it highlights its illiquidity. We're seeing it here. New York Fed urges user facility to reduce strain. Dealers disagree. We've seen institutions almost beg for help. They want strategies to reduce market stress without a big impact. They want the Fed to support them without appearing weak. They're feeble. Due to their overexposure, they need money. However, they want the Fed to aid them without showing that. This is what they're hiding. Like we indicated, the fact that we're looking at a 1.1 billion reverse repo instead of 900 million doesn't mean the market has a major liquidity spike. Their shorts can now get out of their positions and obtain support, which strengthens our concerns and shows that short sellers are hurting. Another example is one of the topics we've been following on this channel. We've addressed commercial real estate. We know that commercial real estate can cause a big crash or sale due to its collateral value. Recently, commercial real estate brokerages have declared bankruptcy. If commercial real estate wasn't good, these brokerages wouldn't be going bankrupt. But because we've realized there's something going on in this industry, and we're paying great attention because of the collateral value. Even 97 million loans defaulted. Private equity managers of the industry SLC office building a 1,000-store parking garage in a gritty district defaulted on a 97.3 million loan. These are only a few instances. You must realize this will pile up. Do not confuse this with the 2008 catastrophe. However, if these markets have loan failures and we're going to see them increase along with the reverse repo, you'll understand. On the other hand, no action from Bank of Japan today, confirming they remain trapped. Current equilibrium is so fragile that any change in one direction could break other financial system parts. Japan and the U.S. are both encountering issues. This is the Bank of Japan's current focus. Remember, we discussed the yen carry trade. The yen carry trade affects Japan and the world. Don't think this will simply harm Japan or Asia. This will damage U.S. and worldwide firms. Many of you know Citadel, an AMC short seller, has enormous exposure to this. As mentioned, the yen carry trade might put Citadel in a terrible position. This is why we said that everything happening currently points to short sellers' dire situation. They won't enjoy themselves. However, we're expecting record box office months. You can see the difference. This is a Genius Group situation. Don't think we forgot about this. It's crucial. Recent lawsuits by Genius Group against short sellers have raised margin requirements to 363%. Genius Group's volatility is seen here. You can see why corporations, institutions, and short sellers are panicked, which is why margin requirements are rising. Thus, short sellers are finding it harder to hold on. Remember that this litigation benefits Genius Group and AMC if it has a good impact. Remember that Genius Group has no shares to borrow and that market makers must deliver all naked shorties sold on Monday before the market opens tomorrow. He can't borrow. He must buy or fail to deliver. We discussed this yesterday too. This dilemma characterizes the situation. People who know Genius Group targeted Virtue and Citadel will understand why this is significant. If Virtue and Citadel have a stake in Naked Jing, Genius Group, then it implies that some collaterals are involved. Putting pressure on Citadel would also put pressure on the AMC shorts because Citadel would have to increase their margin for Genius Group, AMC, and GME. As said, margin increments are 363%. Citadel must expand their margin, as you might guess. We're also looking for brokers. Again, showing that these brokers aren't here to aid retail, but institutions. We said brokers took our squeeze because of this. Schwab app users cannot order Genius Group for the second day in a row. Now I must call account rep to buy. Please relax. You can see how they're making buying harder. The reason is fairly simple. This strategy is straightforward. They realize that removing the buy button will give Genius Group a legal case.